Time to unbox and take our first look at the TCL NXTPAPER 5G. Cutting the tape, lifting the lid, we can discover what we get. You're going to sit the phone to a side. You have a range of paperwork to show detailed information, or if you need any help, leave a comment below. You have your USB-A to USB-C for 15-watt fast charging and a 5,000 mAh battery built in. You also get your SIM tool. Now let's check out this impressive phone. It has a triple rear camera with a main 50 megapixel AI sensor, a front 8 megapixel sensor, and what we're going to do is power our device on. Then you get to see the very impressive TLC display. This uses Android 13 with TLC's own UI 5.0 layered over the top. Let's go through the setup process together. It doesn't start with hello and you carry on. It starts with the vision settings. Being visually impaired, I want to talk about the options you can use. One being magnification. So once turning on magnification, you get a little pop-up window here down at the bottom right corner. Tap this, tap your display, and you can zoom in and you can jump around and use this. It's a great option to have. I really like magnification because it helps jump in, jump out whenever I need to. Next is your screen and display size. So display and font size you can change and adjust here depending what you want to do, and it has some presets as well. Underneath that is select to speak. Select to speak is an option that you can use to utilize the voice assistant on your phone. Press play and it'll read everything back to you. You could also skip sections here and stop at any time. And then finally, the other main option here is talkback. Talkback will narrate everything for you as it mentions.
Welcome to Talkback. Welcome to Talkback. Page 1 of 5. Talkback is a screen reader intended for situations or people who have difficulty seeing the screen.
Now we've explored the accessibility settings, let's go through the setup process step by step. First off is setting an internet connection. So you can either add a SIM card or you can press skip here at the bottom left side. So I'm going to tap skip, and the next option is connecting to a Wi-Fi connection. So locate your Wi-Fi connection on here and simply type your password in. Once you've added your password, hit connect and it will say connected and should turn blue. And it will move on to the next stage now, which will check for any updates or software updates to do in the background. The next step will ask you if you want to move apps and data. So if you tap next, it will ask you to connect your device to another device. If you don't want to, you can go back and press skip, as I want to set up a brand new device here. It's going to again check for software updates and any updates the device requires. The next step is to sign into your Google account, and you need a Google account to use all of its apps and services. Simply sign in, or if you need to create an account, you can do. Once you're signed in, you'll go through Google's apps and services and agreements, terms and conditions basically. And again, I'm going to tap agree here and move on. You have further Google services that you need to agree to. Then it will ask you to set the date and time. Then you come to Google services and which services you would like to choose. I normally turn off backup but leave the rest on. It depends what you want. Here in the UK, you have to select your web browser which you'd like to use. There's different options available. I'm going to choose Google here, select this option, and we can move on. Next up is security. So you want to be able to unlock your device and keep it secure. So do you want to set up fingerprint and PIN, pattern or password? I'm going to choose a PIN, and you need to enter your PIN twice here. Once you've done your PIN, pattern or password, you'll find your fingerprint sensor mounted where your power button is, and simply just tap your finger on here to register it. It will vibrate and let you know if this is done correctly or incorrectly. Then we have the ability to utilize face unlocking. So again, it requires your PIN. Once you confirmed your PIN, it will ask you to look in your front facing camera, which is 8 megapixels in size. This is completed very quickly. We tap next and we can tap OK. This next section talks about anything else. Is there anything else that you can use to help set up your device? So the first one that I'm going to select here is the display size and font size again. I can jump back into the accessibility section, making it easier for me. Also, you may want to change your background and your wallpaper on this fantastic looking device. If not, you can press next and carry on. And again, it's just going to do some setup and checks. And this is where you see the NXTPAPER display and the different styles it has available. And this utilizes such a different display, which we'll talk about a lot more in my review, but actually looks really easy to look at and view all the time. You can go through here and change the options and adjust to you, depending what you want to use. Then your home screen style, what would you like? Simple, or would you like every app available? We then have system navigation, so you can navigate them which way you want to. Tap next, and then setup is complete basically. We have some terms and conditions from TLC that we need to agree to, and join the TLC program. And there we go, we get to see our device for the first time, all set up and ready to go. So let me share some key details before we wrap up this video. One of its most impressive features allows you to immerse yourself in the latest innovation-driven NXTPAPER visual technology, and of course that's its display. It's a 6.9 6.6-inch display with HD+, with a resolution of 720 by 1612 and offers over 500 nits of brightness. It also includes a silky smooth 90Hz refresh rate, which is also important for when scrolling through your many social media accounts, and make sure to subscribe to this channel so you're able to scroll through as well. Moving on to the performance, it has a MediaTek Dimensity 6030 octa-core processor. It's a 5G connectivity device. As I said, it has the NXTPAPER UI based on Android 13, 256GB of storage, and SD card support up to 1TB. This is really important to see because this has been dropped by loads of manufacturers recently. When it comes to your RAM, you've got a 6+6 RAM configuration, which means it can utilize extra RAM if needed for those heavy intensive gaming or productivity hours. As I mentioned previously, it has a 5000 mAh battery, which is rather large, charging via the USB-C port that you find at the bottom, and 15-watt fast charging ability on this device. Turning to your cameras, what we're going to be taking some great photos on. So it has a 50-megapixel AI triple rear camera. So 50-megapixel main sensor with phase detection autofocus, a 2-megapixel depth camera, a 2-megapixel macro camera, and that's all paired with an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. You have the ability to capture video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. There is so much more that I want to talk about and show you with this brand new phone from TLC. Make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell to be updated when I launch my review. And also, if you want to check out this latest video here, where I unbox TLC's NXTPAPER 11 tablet, which makes a perfect duo. Check out TLC's links in the video description, and also links to Amazon where you can purchase both of these devices. And I leave you on a question: did you get my Easter egg at the beginning of this video? From me, Ricky, I'll see you in my next video.